All right, it's still Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. Remember, you can catch us online at Plus TV Africa on Twitter and on Instagram. And of course, StarTimes channel 308 and 528. And our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Plus TV Africa. Do subscribe to that channel and get the very best of information right here. And our website is www.plustvafrica.com. I've got the referee assessor, the NPFL referee assessor right here, talking about Dele Atoun. You need to be careful what you say around him. If not, you get a yellow card. And if you continue with your talk, you get a straight red card in that one. Welcome to the show, Dele Atoun.
Look, I'm not that wicked. Yes, good morning this morning. Look, and the viewers at home, I greet you.
I greet you, of course. The end of the year is here, and we're looking forward to a better 2020. And the Nigerian, before we get to the V.A.R. now, the NPFL has been quite interesting. What would you say about the assessment of the league and the performance so far?
Yeah, I think the results speak for itself. I think this is like the time we've had the highest number of away victory, away draw in the history of Nigeria League, and I think that is good for the game. People are beginning to understand the fact that we cannot be supporting clubs outside Nigeria and see these clubs that we support going away to win. But at home, when the team that we support loses at home, then we attack referees. So people are beginning to think that, okay, if we want to get much from this league, we need to do what we call a global best practices. So people are beginning to be aware of that. So the attack on referees is getting minimized every day, less every day, and we are seeing the results.
Of course, we are seeing the results, and it's been a good one. And Plateau United is still top of the NPFL, if you must know, and it's looking likely that they just want to run away with the league title this season. But to be a tough one, but I'm sure Plateau United have what it takes to win that one. That is if they don't bottle it up this season. Now, the video assistant referee, do you think it will work in the NPFL?
It is called an assistant, and I believe everybody needs an assistant. So I think that if it is brought to the NPFL, why not if not? You see, the problem is not the technology. The problem is the implementation. So if it is well handled, definitely it will work.
Definitely it will work if it is well handled. Now, going over to England, we've seen the video assistant referee. It was just launched in England, in the English Premier League. But of course, we've seen it being used in the Spanish La Liga, in the Italian Serie A, the German Bundesliga. But it feels like England just has a different way of doing things. And just recently, the video assistant referee has been condemned, that was just over the weekend, by Manchester City, by Norwich, by Tottenham Hotspur. A whole lot of these clubs have come out to say that, look, we are tired of this V.A.R. And we also saw the game between Chelsea and Arsenal. There was supposed to be a second yellow card to Jorginho, which would have become a red card for him. But the referee overlooked that tackle on Guendouzi. If the V.A.R. had actually looked at it and told the referee that that was a second yellow card, of course, Jorginho would have been sent off. Now, in England, everyone is complaining about the video assistant referee. Who do we blame? Because I watched the Spanish La Liga, I watched the World Cup. If the referee is not sure, I know that the referee is supposed to make the call based on his discretion. You can prove me wrong, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I feel like the referee is supposed to take this call based on his own discretion. Now, the video assistant referee tells him that this is a possible offside, this is a possible penalty kick. What he's supposed to do is, if he's not sure, he should go and look at the monitor. But most times, you don't see these things happen in England. They just listen to the voice of the video assistant referee, people in the room, and he makes a decision. Why?
Yes, you see, you said earlier that you see, EPL, they like to do their things differently. And I think on this, they are like getting it wrong. You see, don't forget, EPL did not even join the usage of V.A.R. when we expected them to join. Now, they experimented with the cup games, that is FA Cup and the other cup games. The one thing that they noticed at that time, according to them, is that it consumed or wasted a lot of time. So when they now came, they now introduced video assistant referee into the league. They came out with a coinage that says maximum benefit with minimum interference. Maximum benefit with minimum interference. Their thinking is that the major problem they got while experimenting it is that yes, they were getting the decisions right, but they were wasting time. So because of that, they felt, okay, when we introduce it into the EPL, we are going to discourage referee from going into the monitor. I have seen people that said that there is no on-pitch monitor. At EPL venue. I want to right that wrong. at all the centers where EPL game is being played, we have on-pitch monitor. The only thing is that referees were advised not to go there until when it is necessary. So what referees are doing is that they don't just go at all, and I think that has brought a lot of controversy. You see, V.A.R. is for 4 areas of intervention: penalty, when a goal is called, straight red card, and mistaken identity. The issue of second yellow for red that we mentioned in case of Johnny in the weekend games, I can excuse V.A.R. a little bit. Yes, there was a foul. Yes, there was supposed to be yellow card. But yellow card incidents is not part of what V.A.R. is supposed to intervene. It is straight red card.
But what if that foul is a foul that leads to a goal?
Now we now talk about goal, because goal is part of area of intervention of V.A.R. Are you getting it now? Well, any incident that when a goal is scored, V.A.R. is to check the build-up to that goal and see if there is any foul. So definitely it will be right for V.A.R. to call that. But if it is not an incident that leads to a goal and it's just a yellow card offense, it is not part of the 4 areas of intervention of V.A.R.
Now, how about the offside positions? Is the V.A.R. supposed to also look at the offside play and even the offside? For me now, let me speak like a layman. I don't even understand what an offside rule is any longer, because these days, the referees tend to judge offside even by the armpits or by the finger. They say, okay, if your finger crosses the line, you're offside. And I'm wondering, how did you get to this point?
I think the way V.A.R. is being used in England is even confusing a lot of us.
Exactly.
Because what is the definition of offside? The offside is defined as when any part of the head, body, or feet of a player is nearer to the opponent goal area line than both the ball and second last opponent. It says head, body, and feet. Hand is not there because you cannot play football legitimately with your hand. So even if your hand is nearer, is in an offside position, you are not judged to be in an offside position because you can't play ball legitimately with your hand. So we've seen that, especially last weekend, it was so bad. About 3-4 games. Goals were scored, and those goals were disallowed because for offside reason. And when we see the replay, we feel like, where is the offside coming from because of V.A.R.? You know, I think it is an error that I believe that they're going to overcome. I said it at another platform that the problem the EPL is facing now is that they have started with a particular pattern. There's a lot of criticism, but they want to be consistent throughout the season with this pattern. Definitely, I know that at the end of this season, they are going to appraise their usage of V.A.R. and they are going to see that it is not in conformity with how it is used in everywhere. It is even against the laws. You see, Law 5 of the law of the game says that the decision of the referee is final. And who is the referee in a game of football? Is the man in the middle. The referee is not his assistant. The referee are not the referee in the V.A.R. That's the video operation room. The referee is the man in the middle. Exactly. So his decision should be final. So, and you know that the way V.A.R. is done, when referee is prompted, and when he's in doubt, he's supposed to go to that monitor. So if they're not using that monitor, for me, is an error. Not only for me, a lot of technocrats all over the world have come to condemn it, but you know, EPL, they want to we are the owner of football.
I don't know football. Now, the former referee in England, talking about Mark Clattenburg, he came out to give 5 reasons why, or things that should be done with the V.A.R. He said, number 1, remove offside decisions from the V.A.R. process. Number 2, what is clear and obvious, we need to define that far better, because we need to be very sure that this thing is a very clear foul and an obvious happening that led to a particular goal. Then allow the captains 2 challenges per match, because we've seen where before the season started, they said the new rule is that the captains shouldn't even talk to the referee, that if you get to talk to the referee or touch the referee, you get a yellow card and all that. Now, this number 4 actually interests me so much. He said, referees must start using pitch side monitors to make their own call on subjective decisions. Otherwise, what are the monitors there for? Then lastly, get the referees wearing live microphones and make the audio available to all inside the stadium and watching at home. Because if you're not going to watch the monitor, what the viewers do is, when they watch the game, they also see the monitor. The referee doesn't go to the pitch side to see. So we can actually judge and say, no, this is offside and this is not offside. So if the spectators in the stadium cannot see the monitor, how about the referee? Let us hear the discussion from the V.A.R. between the V.A.R. room and the referee. Is that not possible?
Well, there are some of the suggestions that I don't think I want to agree with. The issue of captains, you see, challenging the decision of the referee, for me, I think is going to bring the game to disrepute. As it is now, captains don't have special status as a player. What he has a degree of responsibility with his team. I think he should be left at that, because a typical man, when you give them 1 yard, they want to exactly, to add more. So, but when it comes to referees going to the on-pitch monitor, I think it's top notch. It has to be. EPL has to toe that line, because it's like the most watched league in the world. But removing offside entirely from V.A.R., I don't know how that is going to be possible, because even offside is not part of the area of intervention of V.A.R. What is part of it is goal. So it is when offside, for instance, if there is an offside and it does not lead into goal, V.A.R. is not going to check it. So offside in itself is not part of V.A.R. What is part of V.A.R. intervention is goal. So when a goal is scored, definitely all the build-up that leads into it to be looked at. But the problem now is that what they call offside in EPL, we begin to look at, is this offside really? Because you look at the line, sometimes they draw a line. When you look at the line that is drawn, you won't be able to even differentiate between the player that is caught to be in offside and second last opponent. So I think the problem, it is the implementation, not the V.A.R.
All right, in just one word, should the V.A.R. be abolished, or should we continue with it in England?
It has to continue. V.A.R. has come to stay. Is it one thing is that there is V.A.R. in World Cup, there is V.A.R. in Champions League and other continental football. So definitely it has to be in all the leagues. So it will continue, but the handling is what they should improve on.
Okay, the V.A.R. should be improved on in England. Well, that's where we'll draw a wrap on today's show before our producers and directors use V.A.R. to chase us out of the studio. Thank you, Dele Atoun, for coming to the studio.
It's a pleasure.
All right, I'll keep it locked down to Plus TV Africa, because we give you the best when it comes to TV programming. It's at the end of 2019. We wish you a very happy new year and, of course, a great 2020 ahead. Keep it locked down to Plus TV Africa.